Hey, it's Lucas Catton here. And I wanted to talk about the concept of being able to have goals, have future goals of planning in the future, and also still be content currently, like in the present, in the now. And sometimes people think that those are mutually exclusive. And while it is true, I feel that if you live certainly too much in the future or you're too concerned with future goals, especially very specific goals or targets or being really attached to a certain outcome, that it can produce a lot of angst and worry and have really not a positive effect. Someone becomes too goal obsessed, loses sight of what is happening now around them, and isn't really able to enjoy the present moment and enjoy the things that are currently going on. They're always looking to the next thing. Similarly, if someone's looking only in the past, some people say that the future is more anxiety prone and the past is more like depression prone. If someone is stuck there and not able to be present and not able to look forward to something more positive in the future. And the idea of having future goals and yet also still being content with what you have now is they can both exist at the same time. And it's something that I've been practicing a lot lately in the past few years especially, but even more so much more recently. And being able to have and show and feel gratitude and a sense of thankfulness for what is and all that has happened and all that all the relationships that I have and all of the opportunities that are present and all of the experiences, the meals, the playing with kids and being with family and enjoying my wife and just living, right? Enjoying living. These things I can have and do, and at the same time have goals for us all in the future as a family, have goals for myself on a personal level, on a spiritual level, physical health-wise, that kind of thing, mental health-wise, financially, career-wise. All these things I can look forward to and not have to put them as a being juxtaposed or having judgment against what is now. I can say I absolutely love what I have right now and continue to strive for more along the way. And I'm rambling a bit here as I often do, but one of the things that brought this about was talking about that, about things, let's say moving someday to a different house, or one of the things I want to have some more land someday so that the kids can run more freely and not have to necessarily worry about traffic or the neighbor's dog barking or something. But being able to have a little bit more space as a whole without having to potentially give up the accessibility of some of the things that we enjoy in our suburban life now. And it doesn't mean that I don't absolutely love where we are now. And I don't absolutely love, being able to play outside with the kids now. Because that is true. I do love those things. But I can also have, a vision or that kind of thing of something in the future. So along with that is that, one of the things that is so anxiety producing for some people is being worried about future events. And especially when it comes to goal setting, people can really let themselves down. And I know I have done this certainly in the past and probably still do to some degree as well, in being really too attached to that specific outcome. Like if I say, I want to, I want to write 300 pages in my next book by, December 1st. Well, that's, first of all, I'm setting myself up for something that I'm now then trying to hold myself accountable to, and that becomes more important than the content itself, is getting to that 300 pages. Where instead, if I were to say, look, I would like to write at a continued pace, certain, a good amount of hours per week, let's say, and have a completed book, hopefully between November 1st and January 1st or something like that in this range, and leave it at least a little bit more open to be able to be satisfied with that and to be able to be working towards a goal, but also content with my progress along the way and enjoying that process. And that may or may not be a good example, but another one could be wanting to, say, drive a certain car someday, or wanting to reach some level of inner peace someday, or whatever. All these things become too specific, and therefore a judgment against what is now. And we can make the process be not fun along the way. And we lose sight of what is happening today for the sake of what we want to have happen tomorrow. And therefore, when today then is gone, there's nothing positive left of it. It's not a good memory anymore. It's only, I worried so much about what I was going to do tomorrow that today slipped away from me. So really that's my only message, is don't be too focused on the goals themselves and be too attached to the specific outcomes, but do set goals of things you want to achieve in your life, and maybe things you want to have, or whether it's a new job or anything like that. And don't think that you can't have those goals and still not be content with today, because you can. You can be content. And the best way to do that is, for me, is to express gratitude daily for the things that I do have in my life each day. And as we appreciate those things more, and the happier that we feel, the more we tend to attract more positive things as we're going forward. If something is just a want, and I hate where things are now, and I really want to have that, or I got to have that, or I'm not going to be happy, then we attach our happiness to this thing, or the attainment of that thing, and we're unhappy today. And that sucks. Who wants to have that? I don't. I would hope that you don't. So be happier today by expressing gratitude for what you have and where you are, but also feel free to set some goals for the future and continue progressing toward those goals. And that way you can have a wonderful now and a wonderful then as well. That's it for now. Talk to you soon. Thanks.